If I ask you to describe who your child is without mentioning grades, sports, or their favorite color, would you be able to do it? It's a harder question than what it sounds because knowing our kids and knowing who they're becoming are two different things. If you're a parent, mentor, or caregiver, stay with me. In this episode, I'm going to share 3 simple ways to evaluate where your relationship stands, and then 3 practical, easy ways to start knowing your kid, not just managing them. Now, if you're new here, hi, my name is Flower, and this is Bridge to Grow, where we talk about raising kids with intention, presence, and trying to build deeper connections. My goal is that we don't settle for simple conversations that end in how was cool, but build relationships where our kids actually want to invite us into their life. Everything that I'm going to be talking about today is not about guilt, this is about awareness. If you have that little feeling, that quiet voice in your mind that says, this is not it, is there something more? You're definitely in the right place. All right, part 1, 3 ways to evaluate where your relationship stands today. This can be done at any age. Let's start with a little self-check. Do you know their inner world or do you just know their schedule? Sounds like I know they have volleyball on Tuesday, math on Wednesdays, work on Saturday, which this is very important and this is good. But do I know, as their mom or parent or caregiver, what's been worrying them lately, what excites them, what are they secretly afraid of? That's knowing their inner world. That's knowing your kid, who they're becoming. Now, ask yourself, if your kid had a really rough, hard day today at school or in their life, would they naturally come to you? If the answer is no, it's okay. You are in the same boat as many parents are, and honestly, where I started, I was in the same boat. Now, question number 2 of this self-check. What does your conversations naturally sounds like with them? Think about the last 4 conversations you had with them on this week. Was it like, how was school? How are your grades? Did you eat? Are you gonna work? More like, what's on your mind lately? What you been thinking about? What's making you laugh recently? If every conversation we have with our kids it's about responsibility, we will lose the relationship part. And last question for you. You know the person they are becoming? Know who they were at 6, 7 years old? Who they are right now. What are they questioning? What are their values? What are they seeing normal? What are they actually debating? And this question is really important because sometimes we pause and we stop updating the version of our kids. We start remembering that these are little human beings that are becoming adults. And the moment we are actually thinking about that, we start treating this as a relationship, not as, oh, I'm the parent, you're the kid, and that's it. Now that you have asked yourself those 3 questions, let's do a water break. Every time you're having hard conversations or deeper conversations, drink some water, and after go on a walk. It's on a scientific study. I will try to find it, I read it somewhere, but go ahead and do it, it will really help you. Now is also a good time for you to hit like, subscribe, and share. I had to take a long pause between school, some health issues, and summer break. I decided to pause and focus on other things that this season was asking from me. But I'm back. I'll be posting every Friday and every Monday with a teenager. That's also paused, but they will come as schedules return to normal. Let's say you realize there's some gaps, that's okay. Remember, awareness is where connection begins, when transformation begins. Part 2, and for me the most fun part of all this, is how to start truly knowing your kid, your teenager, your young adult. Number 1, let's replace interrogations with curiosity. How does that look? Instead of, how is school? Hit them with, what's made you smile today? And hold your face. The first time will always be the hardest, will be the awkward. I still remember the first time I decided to shift the way that I started talking to my daughter. I swear it was the 10 longest minutes of my life. I think we spoke about this together in another video, but I don't remember the exact, oh no, I actually did. I asked her, what's been worrying you lately? And I'm asking this to a 7-year-old, right? Eight, I think it was. And she looked at me straight in the face. And I looked back at her and I smiled. And she was like, nothing. I was like, okay, Okay, well, remember you can pause. You don't have to give me an answer right away. And she smiled. Then I smiled. I didn't force it. Next day it came, guess what I asked? The same thing. And it was easier. The conversation started to flow. She started to test the waters to see what was safe to tell me and what was not. So do expect that with your kid. Or maybe they're ready. Maybe they're just ready to bend, to talk to you, to invite you into their world. And that's the beauty of this. We get to be the ones shaping and building their life. Not just from reacting, but we get to respond. We get to prepare how to confront these things that they're going to go through. And I think that's such a good topic to talk on a video. Where you reacting? Are you parenting from reacting, or are you parenting from, I might miss in the word, but from responding? Go ahead in the comments. Let me know if you think and you know what I'm talking about. But I will make a video on this because there's a big difference there. Back to the video. And if you see me looking at my notes, it's because I literally prepare the notes, things that I want to say, things I don't want to miss on every video. So the important thing with this question is to remember that curiosity always opens door. If we give them yes or no questions, that's where we'll end. Number 2, enter their world without asking them to enter yours. How does that look? Watch the show they like. Ask them to explain you things they like. Listen to the music they like. There will be a time where you get to do the same thing, where you get to share your thoughts, your what happened at work, your old songs. They will roll their eyes, but there will be a time. Right now is your job to remember you are the parent. You are the one who has to initiate that conversation. I believe these teenage years and for them to understand who they are, for us to plant seeds, but they're also training. They're training to become an adult. And when we make that shift, it's so beautiful how much openness and mutual respect comes in the relationship. And number 3, create intentional moments together. 1 hour a week can do way more than 7 continuous days of vacation. And I will die on this hill. Kids trust and react and respond better to consistency than intensity. What do I mean by that? 1 meaningful hour, like I say, for us started with cafecitos. Every Friday, we go to a random coffee shop, we sit down, we read a book that we have, we ask questions, we listen with curiosity. And that, I can tell you, has become a pillar of our family, of our marriage, of our relationship. So find yours. Maybe it's going to a park, sitting on the bench with snacks that you pack from home, because sometimes money is tight. Maybe it is going on a walk, on a short walk around the block and just talking to them. Maybe it's literally going to the room every 1 day in the week and just sitting there and just watching a show together and slowly throwing and asking questions. But make it consistent. Make it to a point where they hear you say, oh, I can't Tuesday because I have this meeting or this hangout with my child. Trust, out of all that I'm giving you, if you can do one thing, will be this one. Finally, as I continue to grow as a woman, as a parent, as a mom, I realize that our kids don't need parents that fully know them, that fully know everything about them. I believe they need parents who remember constantly to update the version of the kid they have in front of them. How do we do that? Asking questions, deep, meaningful questions. No yes or no, as I told you. Remembering they're changing, they're growing. And if we stay willing to see that and grow next to them, that's what parenting is about. I want to leave you with one sentence. This week, make it a focus to know your kid, not just their schedule. It is possible. It takes practice, patience, time, but this is your kid. Let's remember why we brought them into this world. I know we are tired. A lot of us parents are exhausted, providing, trying our best. But if you really listen to this video, we're not asking you for the whole 1 week schedule. This is small moments with intentional presence with your kid that will make wonders. As always, for me, everything started with God. I believe He created us to fully live in the best way we can, walking with Him, and parenting our kids in a way that is a mutual, respectful, open relationship is one of those ways. I don't know where your fate journey is, but there's never too late to start, to be curious, to ask questions, to try. If you're breathing, it's not too late. As always, thank you for being here. I'm still learning. I will continue to learn, and everything that I deeply feel can bring families together, I will share it here with you. Thank you for being here.